I would also like to share my reflections on the work of my predecessors. 6 years ago, before I was elected as a councillor, I sat in the public gallery grumbling at my perceptions of the chair, and I continued to grumble as the years went on. This was naive and ignorant. For no one is placed to criticise a role that they have little or no understanding of. I publicly acknowledge the huge contribution to the role of chair and to the town that all of my predecessors have made. I began my acceptance of the role of chair last year by paying credit to my immediate predecessor, Linda Peary. I learned during the course of the year that this was understated. Linda's example of community engagement as chair served me well, and I believe allowed me to continue to champion the good things that have and continue to happen in our town. So once again, Linda, I thank you and I wish you well. I would also like to thank Linda and councillors Emma Toll and Edgar Stevens for being my escort on a number of occasions during the year and for being charming company. I would like to thank councillors John Klebner, Karen Klebner, Andrew and Shona Johnson for accompanying Wendy and myself to many civic events across town and county. And I would like to thank Councillor Tony Hall and his wife Maureen. Tony has been a great vice chair and attended a good number of events as our representative, for which he deserves all our thanks. I have attended numerous events over the year, and the World War I centenary events will remain among the most poignant. I've also hosted a number of fundraising and awareness-raising events, from onesie walks to the Knitted Poppy Project, from a tremendous quiz night to a delightful civic dinner that showcased the fantastic talent of Harlow's young people. At the Gibbard Garden Party, with Harlow's fantastic brass band, an event which received cross-party support, and where an amazing 80% of those who attended were there for the first time. My theme for the year was legacy, and I hope that the legacy of my support for my chosen charities will be a lasting one. I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to meet and network with a great number of individuals, businesses, charities, churches and community groups. And whilst it's hard to single out one, I have to say that the work of Heart for Harlow, who delivered yet another wonderful festival last weekend, continues to be an aspiration and an inspiration to me and the town. They embody what has become one of my favourite sayings: if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. In January, I was able to arrange the staging of the production Living with Luke at Burnt Mill School, with generous support from Harlow Health Centres Trust. The proceeds of that event will be shared not only by my 3 charities, but also Pact for Autism. My appreciation for their work over the year has grown enormously, and I hope No Child Without, the Chocolate Run, and the Gibbard Garden will acknowledge that I have helped to put them, their work, and their organisations on the map in Harlow over the year. I've had a great deal of support from Harlow's community during the course of the year, and in particular from Pastmore's and Burnt Mill Academy. As a consequence, that support and the support of the community, the mayors and chairs, colloquially known as the Chain Gang, across Essex and parts of Hertfordshire, the support of Harlow Council staff and councillors, I'm pleased to announce that my fundraising efforts have amassed a total of £5,055. And I would now like to present a cheque for £1,435 to each of my 3 charities, and a cheque for £750 to Pact for Autism. Its greatest asset is its staff, and I've gained an increased awareness of this over the year. I would like to thank Malcolm Morley and Brian Keane for their guidance on procedural matters, for being able to recite if an amendment to a motion is carried by a majority, it becomes a resolution or a substantive motion, has on occasions not proved quite enough. And for staff whose names are often familiar only to elected members, Joe Maskell, Joel West, Emma Crouch and Lisa Peirce have all helped me enormously. However, the work of Janet Jackson and Linda Lothauri has been truly phenomenal, and as I am sure previous chairs will agree, such support is invaluable. I would like Janet and Linda to receive a small token of appreciation for them.
It's in the room.
It's like my wife's.
People without whom I would have fallen at many hurdles, and on occasions, if I stumbled, picked me up. 2 people whose love and support have been a great motivator and who deserve to see just a little bit more of me in the year ahead. My wife, Wendy, and my daughter, Emily.
Yeah.